Why, hello and welcome. My name is Dr. Jess Reynolds. I'm a practicing doctor of traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncture, massage therapist, as well as a health, life, and business coach. Also, I own a continuing education company where I've helped over 4,500 wellness practitioners build a practice they love. Welcome to the channel, and today I want to talk to you about marketing. Specifically, why email marketing is probably the most important thing that you're not doing. Now, I hope for this to be the first in an ongoing series of marketing. If you're interested in that, let me know in the comments or give this a thumbs up and I'll make more content just like this. Now, before we jump in, this episode is sponsored by Jane EMR, but more on that later. So, marketing. Marketing has a bad rap. Many people feel icky when they think about or they talk about marketing. And you know what? For good reason. When we think about marketing, a lot of the time we think about manipulation. How do I convince somebody? Or how do I get somebody to come into my clinic or my wellness center and pay me to do the thing I do? So it can feel for some a little bit icky. And you know what? There's actually really good reason behind this, because marketing, a lot of the time, it is a form of manipulation. When we look at some of the biggest companies on the planet, really they are spending millions and millions of dollars to figure out exactly how to convince you to buy something you don't really need. So it does have a bad rap, and there's good reason. Now, on top of that, as wellness practitioners, it can feel even more weird for us. I'm imagining or assuming that you got into the wellness industry because you really want to help people. Now, as such, when you really want to help people, the idea of selling something feels a little bit strange, because it's like, I'm going to sell you pain-free life. And it feels off. It feels weird. And now that's important, because oftentimes people conflate, they confuse, they mix up sales versus marketing. Sales is all about the thing you do to get them to give you money. When somebody goes to buy a used car, that's the salesperson's job. They're there one-on-one, and their whole thing is like, buy this car, buy this thing, buy this whatever. Marketing is totally different. Marketing is everything that's done to get them in the door. This is essentially saying, hey, listen, are you looking for a service? Maybe you need a massage. I offer that. It's not supposed to be about manipulation. It's supposed to be about communication. It's communicating to the world at large what it is that you offer. Now, the cool thing about marketing as a wellness practitioner is if you really and genuinely believe in what you do as a practitioner, then marketing doesn't have to feel icky. Here's an example. Let's say, for example, you're an osteopath and you are absolutely amazing at dealing with shoulder pain. Like, you've got phenomenal track record of dealing with shoulder pain. And somebody comes in and they say, hey, I've got shoulder pain. What are you going to do at that point in time? Are you going to say, it sucks? I'm sorry to hear that. Or are you going to say, you know what? You're in the right place. I am really good at treating shoulders. And maybe feel awkward saying I'm really good at it. Maybe say something like, you're in the right place. I've had a lot of success treating shoulders. So listen, why don't you hop on the table and we'll get started? We could use that same scenario at a house party or a potluck. You know, there's two types of people. There's house party people and potluck people. I'm a potluck person. So maybe you're at a potluck, right? And you're walking around and somebody's like, oh man, this darn shoulder is killing me. What are you going to do? You're probably going to be like, really? What's going on? Because you love treating shoulders and you're really good at treating shoulders. That's marketing. It's essentially identifying somebody out there has a problem and you know how to solve that problem for them. The same idea could be said about plumbers, right? Like, plumbers are like, you've got a broken tap? I know how to fix broken taps. All you got to do is just pay me money to fix your broken tap. Fine, do it. Fix my broken tap. So we can do the same thing. So that's the general idea of marketing. And again, I'm happy to dig way deeper into this in the future if that's what you're interested in. But let's talk about very specifically email marketing. So when we discuss email marketing, and again, it is essential that we understand marketing in general. To do this, we need to know that this is the highest return on investment from our marketing efforts in general. When we talk about clients or getting clients in the door, it's essentially marketing. And we can market to two basic criteria of people. One, people we don't know, people who've never seen us, people who've they don't know anybody that we've even worked with. These are cold, right? We can market to them, and it tends to cost a lot more money to get cold people to come in. They don't know you, they don't know what you offer, you don't have any relationship built with them. You got to do a lot of communicating. On the other hand, we've got the people we've already seen, the people who know us, the people who've been into our treatment, or the people who know how good we are at doing what we're doing. Those are hot leads, we call them. These are people who are just like, they're ready to go. And it is way less expensive to get them to come back into the clinic than it is to get our cold leads to come in. These are basic marketing terms, right? So it is a very high return on investment. The amount of time you invest in writing an email and clicking send versus the amount of time you spend making Facebook ads and doing Google SEO and all these other things, it's a world of difference. So absolutely, it is a better investment of your time and energy, and it also nurtures relationships. So when we talk about marketing, again, it's about relationships, it's about communication, it's about letting people know I do these things and I want to help you. So when we talk about email marketing, it's not only just about, hey, listen, it's getting into the end of the year and maybe you want to use up those benefits, which, by the way, a lot of modalities, it's illegal to do that. Or maybe it's like summer sale, or it's more than that, because we all have inboxes that are jam-packed with newsletters and sales offers, right? Email marketing is effective, so everybody's using it. It can be used in order to build a relationship. You don't have to send an email to somebody saying, hey, listen, I've got this discount, I've got this sale on the go, you should book in. Or, you know what, it's been 4 months since you've seen me, you should come out and see me. That's totally fine, but there are other ways that we can market as well. In fact, there are 3 types. We have newsletters, we have follow-up sequences, and lastly, we have discounts, promotions, and announcements. Now, a newsletter is just that. It's news. It's like, hey, listen, we're doing some maintenance, so we're going to be limiting our hours for the next couple weeks or whatever it might be. Or it might be, hey, listen, we got a new practitioner that came in to join the team and they're really awesome, and here's a little bit about them. It's literally just that. It's news about your clinic. And newsletters, by their very definition, they shouldn't be going out that often. It's simply to update your clients about things happening in your center that are relevant for them. Now, that second category is going to be follow-up sequences. Now, this, in my opinion, this is where the magic is, follow-up sequences. Now, what this means is, let's say you've got a client come in and they have shoulder pain and you've treated shoulder pain a lot, and you know that 75% of the recovery process of shoulder pain, it actually requires them to do their home care. So what a follow-up sequence is, they come in for shoulder pain and you've got them segmented in your EMR system in a way that means as soon as they say shoulder pain, they get a very specific shoulder pain sequence. This is going to be a number of newsletters, could be as little as 1, ideally it's more. Maybe they're weekly, maybe they're every second day, but it's a sequence of newsletters that you send out to this very specific person with this very specific problem, helping them along the way. The first email might be something like, hey, listen, in these first couple days after the session, you might be a little bit sore, you might notice a little bit of decreased mobility, or maybe you say something like, during our session today, we discussed doing pendulum exercises. As a reminder, here's how to do it. Here's a link to a YouTube video. Here's a little image, whatever it might be. And then the next week, you send them another one and you say, it's been a week since your last session. And now this is something you might be experiencing. Here's another thing you could add to it, and so on and so forth. The whole idea of a follow-up sequence is to let people know I'm still thinking about you, and it could be 100% automated. Now, for myself, in my practice, I think currently I have 10 different nurture sequences based on the 10 most common conditions I see. I've got shoulder, low back, headaches, neck pain, wrist pain, knee pain, hip pain, ankle pain. I think I've got insomnia. Doesn't matter what I've got, but the point is, I have got nurture sequences for a bunch of different things that can go wrong. This is where a really high quality EMR comes in. And that's where I want to talk to you about Jane. As I mentioned, Jane is the sponsor of this week's episode, and I would be talking about them even if they weren't a sponsor. I absolutely love Jane as an EMR. One of the best things that Jane has is a direct integration with MailChimp, which is an email marketing service. Basically what happens is, as soon as somebody signs up to become a patient or they make an account, their email gets added into your list. With a little bit of extra effort, you can go in and you can tag them as shoulder. You can tag them as specific dysfunctions, and you can add them to this automated system. You can make sure that they're getting the right emails at the right point in time and follow up with them. So again, it is absolutely phenomenal. It is super duper easy to do. It's all built right into the integrations. And if you are interested in trying Jane, which again, it is well worth your time and effort, there's a link in the description to get a 1-month grace period on your new Jane account. Now with that, we could do a little bit more than just our nurture sequences. But again, that's the relationship. That is marketing. Building relationships. We're not trying to sell anything. We're just communicating. I can help you. I have the skills, the tools, the services that can help you deal with these problems. Now, of course, we need to understand those problems and really identifying clients' problems. We call them pain points in marketing. And speaking to those pain points, that's an art all to its own and something I would happily discuss in a future video. But that third type of marketing email that we can do are discounts, promotions, and announcements. And this is really where the money comes in, quite frankly. This is where the best form of return on that investment comes from. So you've done a bunch of nurture emails, people really trust you because you've walked with them through the entire process. Even if they only came to see you once or twice for that shoulder and they should come and see you 6 times, you still sent them emails saying like, hey, it's no problem. Here are things that you can do on your own. You've kept a relationship going. You've kept the conversation alive. And then once in a while, you send them a promotional email. You say, hey, listen, it's March and I'm doing my spring sale. And because of that, it's 10% discount. Or maybe it's a referral bonus or whatever it is that you plan on doing. And when you send those promotional emails where you're offering discounts, you're telling people, hey, you should come in, I haven't seen you in a while. Because you've done all the legwork in building that relationship, the chances of them actually booking are much, much, much higher. So again, the amount of time it takes to do this isn't that much. You might be thinking, I have to make a whole nurture sequence for each condition. Well, no, but ultimately it's an ongoing thing. Start with just one. Like you've got one client with shoulder pain. Write an email to them every week for 5 weeks. Great. Save that email, turn it into a template, put it into your MailChimp, make sure Jane knows that this person has a shoulder condition, it's connected in with your integration, and you're done. It doesn't have to be done right now. It can be done gradually over time. All this is to say, I strongly believe when it comes to marketing, this is the single easiest thing that we can do as wellness practitioners to build a practice we love and make sure our schedule is full with the clients we love. And we love them because we've been building a relationship with them. I hope you enjoyed this. I would appreciate it if you like or subscribe to the channel to get more content like this. And with that, have an absolutely awesome rest of your day.